Hello, everybody. My name is Mark, and this is Mark's Little Coin Shop.com. And today we're going to take a look at some Morgan silver dollars. I enjoy the Morgan set, kind of expensive, but well worth purchasing. They hold their value, so, and if nothing else, they go up almost every year, which is kind of like a small reward for holding on to it. Anyhow, that was 1879, and if I'm not mistaken, we had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tail feathers. Okay, well, that don't matter. This here is roughly AU50, and that will fetch you $55. Okay, not that that's a large quantity, but it's kind of like making some money there. And then we have this one here, 1881S. 1881S in this condition is, we're going to call MS60, and so that's a $70 coin right here. Next we have an 1881S again. Yeah, the word Liberty, really nice and clear. The hairline is really pretty. It's all there. Scuff marks, you have to call those bag marks because they're not gouges or anything. What's that up on the top side there? Another S. That probably falls about the same category. $70. 1882. 1882 S. This is not, I mean, it's a nice shape. See the breast right there on the eagle. See how it doesn't have much feather look anymore, so you have to drop this down a couple of grades. 82S at MS60. It's worth $70, but I'm gonna drop that down to an AU50, and that makes it worth $55. 84O for New Orleans. It's a pretty coin. Let's see there on the area there, some bag marks. The chest again, but if you catch it in the right light, see how it has a little bit of feather look to it. Even still, I'd give it an AU55 and 84O, and that puts it at AU50. That puts it at $55. Now, again, let's look at that cheek. See how it has all that marking on it? That looks like it's just basically bag rubs. Of course, the straight lines Anyhow, Liberty's looking beautiful. The hat, look at that, the detail in that cap. 1985 Philadelphia. And then you get on the backside, and the backsides usually look really good. And see, look at all the feathers on the breast there of the eagle. And I mean, that's really cool looking. It hasn't lost much, we'll say. So 1885, and we'll give this MS60. We'll give us a $70 coin. And then moving on to 1886 Philadelphia. This looks a little bit dollar, so maybe this is more of a AU50. But again, the detail is very good. A little bit of wearing on it. Let's see here. See how the breast feathers are. They're not majorly prominent, but they're there, which is the high point of the coin on the obverse, reverse. Anyhow, that looks pretty decent. I like that one. 1886 Philadelphia, and in a BU, or sorry, AU is $55. And as you can see, these are pretty much all common. 1888 Philadelphia, and this has some more markings across the cheeks. That's a lot of coins hitting it, but it doesn't look like see, the chest is gone. There's nothing there. So 1888 Philadelphia is worth 55 as an AU, and worth 70 as an MS, and I don't think it's an MS. 1889 Philadelphia. See, now there's a scratch marks cut into the cheek. Above, I mean at the back of the eye right there. So let's see, that's some type of metal, other metal hitting it. The breast is okay. There's scuff marks up underneath each wing. Okay, this is at 1889. Philadelphia, 1889, again $55 in AU, and that's what I would call it. Here's a nicer looking coin, 1889P. Scuff marks in the back. I don't know if I want to call it nicer now. There's a lot of markings on the neck and on the cheek. Around the edge, the border, the detail is still there and looks pretty decent. Looks kind of worn down. And on the back, plenty of breast feathers. Let's see if we can tilt this right. No, it's not looking like they're too dominant here. Okay. I'm not going to be excited about this one. 1889 Philadelphia, again, 1889. Let's see, look it up here. $55 on that one also. Here's an 1890 Philadelphia. That detail in there looks really nice. Some scuff marks on there. She has a real nice shine to her also. And the breast feathers do have a little bit of look to them. We can get this one to be AU, which would be AU50 would be $50, or an MS60 would be $75. I'd like to give it a MS60. but I'm not a grader. Here's the same coin again, and well, not the same coin, the same date, looking differently. Also Philadelphia. $18.90. She's looking pretty decent. Definitely give it MS60. Not seeing too many flaws in her. So 1890. Philadelphia. Give her $75 for her. Okay, moving onwards. 1896. Wait. You have to put a towel down. Oh, there's some gunk on her. Okay. Oh, what do we got here? 1896 Philadelphia, and in extra fine 40 is gonna be $49 and AU50 is $55. But I don't like the look of that one. Here's 1897 Philadelphia, Scarface. $1897 Philly. And we're gonna go with another AU for $55. $1898 O for New Orleans. That's beautiful there. All that artwork in the hair, very prominent. Scratches, yes, you probably never be able to find one perfect. And there you can see the breast feathers a whole lot better. So we're going to definitely call this one an MS. And 1898, that puts us at $70 for MS60. Here's another one, Philadelphia. Same type of a grade, so we're going to probably be exactly the same dollar bills as in $55. Here's one that's 1898, and this one's a little bit more boogered up, more faded. Again, still looks pretty nice. There's Some scratch marks across the top. Kind of worn down a bit, but her prominent hairline is looking decent. Kind of a little bit worn down. 1898. Again, $55. Okay, what we got here? 1899. New Orleans. You see the M on the neck right here? Right there, that little M. That's for Morgan. He has his mark on all of them. $1900 Philadelphia. See, the hairline looks like it's a little bit worn down on here. Not as prominent, although the upper portion definitely looks prominent. 90. And again, like I say, we have a Philly. Alright, let's see how much this one's worth. 1900 Philly. 1900 Philly, 55 or 70 bucks. I'm gonna go with the 55. And then we, for some reason, jump all the way over to 21. 1921. Big old gash marks. 1921, and we have an S here. Cats. 1921 S mint mark. Not in too bad a shape. Chest is worn down. 21 in MS60, it's only worth 50 bucks. And I think we have one a little bit less, so it's a $55 in AU50. Here comes another one. In 21, Philadelphia. Booger down on the bottom there. About the same price, 50 bucks, 45 bucks, and then we have the last one we have here, and it's kind of chunky. And so that's a Denver. All right, so that gets rid of all of the excess coins that I had left over from my purchase. I do like to purchase coin collections from people, and then I'll break them up and sell them as I see fit. How's that sound? One thing that we always want to try to do is go off of the red book, and this is the 2025 book. This will be your guide to the order of coins, from dates to mint marks to values, just as I was just reading as we were going through there. And this starts out with the Morgan Silver Dollars. And it starts in 1878 and it goes on from there. If you want to learn what to look for, this is their guideline for their grading. So you see VF20, you see EF40, AU50, MS60, MS63, MS64, MS65, and then a PF63. And the PF is for proof. Okay, the MS is for mint state. The AU is for almost uncirculated, so to speak, extra fine and very fine. So they don't even go to the lower categories where there's good and very good. And so they want to keep their grading to a level to where you're going to have something worthwhile if you fall into these categories. I mean, all the ones that we had today were like $50, and you know, which is not a bad deal. It just depends on what you bought them for. If you buy them for 40 and you sell them for 55, what they say in here, well, then you did a $15 profit off of it. But at the same time, it's really and truly not about the profit. It's about collecting coins and getting the best look that you can come up with. So with that said, I have some books that I wanted to show you real quick. And this is the Morgan dollar collection that I have going on here. So let's see if I can get this up a little bit higher and tilt it down to where everybody can see what's going on in here. So when I go to looking for coins, just like the ones we just went through, okay, you can see this one here is shiny and it looks pretty. Well, the one right next to it is not pretty, and so that's where you would want to find a better quality, better grade to replace this one and replace this one here. You're wanting to have a nice shine to your coins when you're doing them. And so this book's going to take a long while, but it'll eventually get to where I'm wanting to turn around and sell it. And why sell it? Because at that time, with this book full, it's going to roughly be around $30,000. And that's meaning getting the harder to check ones. Now, some of these that are hard to get are going to be $10,000 by themselves, and so that's a difficult task to come up with for anybody, just to buy one coin. And so this is the next book of them, and again, this is just a continuation. And as like I say, as I go through, I will put in the cleanest looking ones, the nicest looking ones, the ones that I think would grade high. I want everything in this book to be a minimum of a BU, which is brilliant uncirculated. And you know, you can come up with a coin like that one. I don't know if you can see that too well, but it has a nice look to it and it has a shine to it. You're looking for that cartwheel look when you when you twist the coin. It's going the light will rotate around the coin's edges in center fields. Okay, so with that said, this is probably not a good starting point for collecting coins. If you wanted to start collecting coins, you might want to start with pennies, and then go to nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, and then silver dollars. You can collect whatever you want to, of course, and I collect all American coins from present date all the way back to where I can afford to purchase another one. So with that, y'all have a great and blessed day. If you are enjoyed the content, there'll be a whole lot more coming out, but give me a like and follow, and I sure will appreciate that. And y'all have a blessed day. Thank you.